Today is the 14th day of the month, and Kenyans are waiting with bated breath for the Energy, Petroleum and Regulatory Authority to announce the new fuel prices. This, of course, follows President William Ruto's announcement that the fuel subsidy will be ended, terming it unsustainable. We begin tonight with NTV business editor Julian Mboko, who is somewhere to tell us what is the latest. Julian, good evening. What do we know?
Thank you so much, Ben. We are coming to you from Kimathi Street, just in front of Total petrol station. If you can see behind me here, we don't have any queues as of now, but as you'd imagine, this is the longest we have ever had to wait for the monthly price revision of the ceiling by the EPRA, that's the Energy and Petroleum Regulatory Authority. We haven't seen anything thus far, but you'll remember that yesterday in his inauguration speech, President William Ruto indicated that so far the country has spent 144 billion shillings in the fuel subsidy, and he mentioned that if it continued until the end of 2022, that would be a staggering 280 billion shillings, which by his own confession is indeed unsustainable. And more context into this is the fact that if you look at the third review of Kenya's IMF program, the $2.34 billion IMF program, one of the indications that the government committed to the IMF was that by October 31st, 2022, it will have done away with the fuel subsidy as part of the conditions attached to the program. And therefore, Kenyans are waiting anxiously as to what the latest pump price review will reflect. There is anticipation that the prices will reflect a doing away with the subsidy, which has, of course, been cushioning Kenyans. The last review we had on the 14th of August was indeed the most ambitious as far as the subsidy per litre of product is concerned. We saw a figure up to as high as 54 shillings per litre of super petrol by way of subsidy, and this is now becoming a pressure point for the new government which is coming into office, and of course feeling the fiscal pressures that it is constrained by, because we don't have the bandwidth to continue accommodating the fuel subsidy. That is the statement that came from the new administration yesterday when William Ruto gave his inauguration speech. So we continue to wait. Sources indicate that this matter was already finalized and forwarded to State House, and that is where it is now being considered as to whether it is feasible or not. But for now, all we can do is wait to see what EPRA will put out. Remember, inflation is now trending at the highest point in 63 months. We haven't seen it at this level over the last 5 years, and therefore one begins to imagine what exactly would happen if the country does away with the fuel subsidy. Granted, we are in a very dicey fiscal position here because you have considerable constraints from the revenue envelope, and here you are, of course, with the pump prices being at an all-time high, and therefore how to accommodate that fine balance between cushioning the citizen and ensuring that we begin navigating a more sustainable fiscal path is where the question is. So we shall remain here up until that point when we see EPRA issuing a statement and giving guidance as to the next 30 days how pump prices will be looking like, and we can only wait to see how things will pan out. Ben, back to you.